This book is called Bugs, and I am going to read a clue or a riddle, and the answer is going to be a rhyming insect. And then I'll read you some facts about that insect. This is by Nancy Winslow Parker and Joan Richards Wright. Bugs. Here's your riddle. What bug bit Thelma on the thigh? A horsefly. A hard biting horsefly nipped Thelma. Horseflies live and breed near swamps and stagnant water. The male horsefly feeds on pollen and nectar, the female on blood. The female's bite bleeds longer than other insects' bites because her saliva contains a chemical that prevents blood clotting. The American horsefly is found on the Atlantic seaboard and in the Midwest from Texas to Canada's Northwest Territory. Flies are everywhere. What crawled into Grant's shirt and pants? Ants. Grant foolishly sat on a rotten log at the picnic. It was full of black carpenter ants. Unlike termites, ants do not eat wood, but only chew tunnels and galleries so they can live underground. Ants live in large groups called colonies and have various jobs. The queen lays eggs, and workers excavate tunnels, gather food, and care for the nest. Some colonies have soldiers who defend the colony. Most ants eat other insects. Ants found in the kitchen are either the sweet-eating sugar or the grease-eating variety. Ants are black, brown, reddish, or brownish yellow in color. They live in deserts, woods, trees, and sand, under stones, at high elevations, in open fields, in houses, gardens, in grass and clay. The black carpenter ant is found along the East Coast and in the central U.S. In general, ants are found all over the United States. What bug made Nick's dog sick? A tick. A brown dog tick is clinging to the dog's ear. The dog's blood provides food for the tick. The tick attaches itself to the dog with anchor-like mouth parts as the dog walks through fields, woods, or parks. Other species of tick attack cattle, sheep, horses, chickens, and people. Some ticks spread disease, so check pets and clothing after a walk in the countryside. Ask your veterinarian how to remove a tick safely. Don't just yank it off. The brown dog tick is found east of the Mississippi River, although other species are found in many other places. What jumped from Queenie's back when she was squeezed? Fleas. The tiny fleas that jumped off Queenie are found on cats and dogs. The female cat flea lays her eggs in the cat's bedding or hair. The larvae eat dried skin and dirt near the cat's bed. The adult flea feeds on the cat's blood. Fleas are found on pigs, rats, mules, deer, birds, and people. They also find their way into vacuum cleaners and rugs. Fleas are extremely flat. They look as if they were ironed out or stepped on. Their narrow bodies make it easy for them to move through an animal's hair. Some fleas spread disease. Fleas are among the insect world's greatest jumpers. The extra long hind legs have enlarged cocci, which help them leap a foot or more. Fleas are found all over the world. What bug fell into Ben's broth? A moth. It was probably an Indian meal moth that found its way out of the pantry and into Ben's broth. Indian meal moths are often found in homes and other places where food is stored. They eat various kinds of human food, especially grains, cereal, beans, crackers, and cookies. The female lays 300 to 400 eggs, which hatch, grow into caterpillars, and then become adults within a few months. These moths are considered pests and are difficult to control. Moths are found all over the world, on trees and screen porches, in forest yards, parks, orchards, and closets. What left a bump when it bit Rita? A mosquito. Even out rowing on the bay, Rita was bitten by a black salt marsh mosquito. The males do not bite, but feed on plant nectar. The females bite and feed on blood. Strong flyers, mosquitoes travel many miles from their breeding grounds. Mosquitoes are a vacationer's most annoying bug, biting constantly and ruining outdoor fun. Even worse, some species carry diseases such as yellow fever and malaria. There are 2,500 species of mosquito, and they are found almost everywhere. The black salt marsh mosquito is found on the Atlantic coast, along the Gulf Coast, and in Southern California. What ran over Grandma's brooch? A roach. A German cockroach ran across Grandma's brooch. Cockroaches eat almost anything people eat, coming out at night to look for food. Some cockroaches can climb straight up on smooth surfaces because of the sticky pads on their legs. The female lays her eggs in well-hidden places, which make it difficult to find and kill them. Cockroaches can spread disease. There are 3,500 species of cockroach, 60 of which are found in North America. Cockroaches are among the world's oldest insects. Scientists have found fossils that tell us they lived millions of years ago. The German cockroach and other species of this bug live all over the world, in homes, stores, restaurants, and ships. What chirped as Nick walked through the thicket? A cricket. The field cricket that Nick heard lives in the undergrowth of fields and woods. It eats both plants and other insects. When the weather turns cold, some crickets come inside to keep warm. Crickets live in caves, houses, fields, trees, and underground. Some crickets damage crops and eat flowers. Some eat blankets and sweaters. Male crickets make chirping sounds by rubbing their wings together. That is the way they communicate with other crickets. The field cricket, the house cricket, and the tree cricket rarely stop chirping. The rate of the cricket's chirping varies with the air temperature. The field cricket is found throughout the United States. Various species of crickets are found all over the world. What twinkled its light in the twilight sky? A firefly. Rita and Ada like to catch fireflies at dusk in the summer. Fireflies, also called lightning bugs, are found in fields, woods, and backyards. The larvae live under bark or wet leaves and eat soft insects, worms, and snails. But the male Pennsylvania firefly in its adult stage, which lasts about 2 weeks, does not seem to eat at all. The female sometimes eats other fireflies. Fireflies come out at night and blink to attract a mate. Pennsylvania fireflies blink every few seconds while flying. A chemical reaction in the firefly causes its abdomen to light up. The firefly's larva, called a glowworm, is also luminous. Fireflies are found all over the United States. The Pennsylvania firefly is found on the East Coast, in the Central States, and in the Midwest. What fluttered its wings as it flew by? A dragonfly. The children spotted a green darner or darning needle as it flew by at the beach. Green darners are among the largest and fastest of the dragonflies. The young dragonfly begins life in the water as a naiad, where it feeds on tiny fish and insects. The dragonfly's long legs are not used for walking, but to hold the insects that it captures while flying. As adults, dragonflies benefit man by gobbling up thousands of mosquitoes. Green darners and other dragonflies live in marshes near rivers and ponds all over North America. And this page shows you some stages of growth of different bugs and how they change. I hope you learned some facts about insects from this book.